McLaren has now a new owner, CYVN Holdings, I think. Now, apparently, the company has bought out McLaren. Now, this company based in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. It's in the UAE, and they now have ownership of McLaren. And what does that mean? Honestly, I think it has a lot of potential because the way McLaren is standing right now, I mean, they don't have the impact that the other supercar brands have. And yes, when a new McLaren comes out, everyone's excited about it. Everyone wants to drive it, to look at it, to hear the figure numbers. But other than that, McLaren, it doesn't have the same impact as a Lambo does or a Ferrari does. They just cannot seem to compete on the same level. And McLaren, like a lot of brands, have their issues. But the fact that they now have a new owner could change the whole thing. Now, apparently, this new owner also has control or ownership of a luxury automotive startup that's in the UK. That's what I'm hearing. So, and they're probably going to merge. They're going to be merging McLaren with this group, and that's interesting because they're also saying that McLaren's going to push forward into new categories and segments. Now, I'm guessing what this means is they're probably going to come out with a McLaren SUV very soon. Well, maybe not soon, but they're going to come out with it. And honestly, that's a step in the right direction because SUVs sell, especially super SUVs, if done right. I mean, we don't need to talk about the Urus. That's just a winner. I mean, everyone loves that car. And then there's Ferrari's Purosangue, which is whatever it is, and people are buying those cars too. And McLaren, if they do it right, they could have a huge hit on their hands because as much as people love supercars, some people just cannot use supercars on a daily basis, and so they might only be able to buy that one car. So they'd be hesitant to buy a McLaren supercar because they need utility, they need back seats and all that. And a McLaren SUV could fix that, and they could have a huge number of sales. I mean, it's an SUV is a super SUV is kind of an all-in-one car, and that could have a large demand, especially since SUVs overall have a huge demand right now. So we could be seeing a new McLaren SUV, and the fact that the other group that's under their control is a luxury automotive group. Now, could we see a really high quality McLaren with super high quality interior plus a sporty feel? That would be interesting. I mean, I guess it would be kind of like the Aston Martin and Bentley, pushing in that direction. No, whether that will work or not, I don't know. I personally don't think that both luxury and sportiness together works. But in the case of SUVs, well, sporty SUVs shouldn't work, but they do. So I guess a super luxurious, sporty McLaren SUV, that could be good. I mean, the way things are, McLaren definitely need to do something different, go something out of the box, and make a change. And what that will be, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, I'm also hearing that the future McLarens, there's going to be a huge amount of electrification in future McLarens, which is predictable, I guess. Everyone has to make electric SUVs soon, electric cars soon, and we might see an electric McLaren. Now, what that will be like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll handle great and all that, but an electric powertrain is an electric powertrain. It's not gonna have sound at all. But yeah, this is probably where McLaren's gonna move into the EV race. Now, right now, they don't really have much competition in terms of that. The competition is small. I mean, Ferrari is planning on bringing out their EV. So maybe McLaren brings out their EV along with it to compete. Now Lambo's EV is also coming out in a few years, but I think that's later down the line. So anyway, we could see a McLaren, Ferrari, Lambo, EV Trinity coming out, our supercars coming out sometime. And now, what does this mean for McLaren's hypercars? That is interesting. Now, the W1 came out and it was okay, but it wasn't different. It didn't feel different or special enough on the McLaren P1 because of all the cars that were in the middle, like Senna and all. So maybe they're going to a new direction for the next hypercar, but that's going to be a decade away. So I don't think we can really focus too much on that right now. We don't know where this new McLaren ownership group is going to take the brand. But yeah, overall, this is an interesting time for McLaren. And honestly, I think they needed it. Because it was really difficult for them to compete with Ferrari and Lambos. And this could just help them.